Oh, ton of ground, absolute tons of ground before that golf ball. It's such an embarrassing shot. Imagine being on that first tee and you completely dunge that club into the ground a mile before and the ball just dribbles off even if you hit it. So embarrassing. But here's a massive reason as to why it's going to happen to you and how you can fix it. Comment below, please. I want to hear from you. Tell me what your golfing troubles are. You could be featured on my next video that will massively help you and hopefully many others out there improve your game. Now it's that horrible chunky one. That club just completely dunges into the ground. The big ball before the little ball, the earth before the golf ball. So we're going to really struggle with our quality of contact. We're really going to struggle with how far that golf ball goes. It is such an embarrassing shot. But why does it happen? There's a few different reasons, but I'm going to give you, for me, one of the main reasons that I've seen up here in this teaching bay here at Whittleby Park as to why it will happen. Now, what happens on the backswing is that golf club obviously goes away from the target. Okay, so from the golf ball, pretty obvious, it goes away from the target. But the problem is that big heavy lump of metal can also take us with it. Because the problem is that big heavy lump of metal going away from the target feels like we should be going with it. Again, let's imagine we're going to throw a ball as well. We're going to throw a ball as far as we can down the range. What would happen? We're going to go with the flow of the arm. The arm's going to go away from the target, so we naturally go with it. We're so used to that feeling. We've been it since knee high to a grasshopper. We know the feeling of us trying to wind ourselves up and then throw that ball down there. But the problem is we carry that trait on, a lot of you do, into the golf swing by feeling like that golf club is going slightly away from you. And the problem there is we've shifted our mass way behind the golf ball. So we've got one of two options now. We either stay there and risk massively hitting that ground way before that ball, or we can do what a lot of pretty good players do, and that's shift forward. But the problem is that does lead, it's a better of two evils, but the problem is that does lead to a lot of inconsistency, both strike and direction of that golf ball. What's the best way to cope and fix this? What I want you to try and do here, I want you to make sure when you're taking the club back, you feel like your sternum, i.e. your breastbone there, is just in front of the golf ball. So it's going in the opposite direction to the golf club. You feel just a gentle little push towards that target there. Okay, so when that golf club is taken back, the golf club's going this way, but I want you to feel, it won't be the reality, but it'll feel like it. I want you to feel like you're just gently pushing your sternum in front of that golf ball. So it's going in the opposite direction to that golf club, because then it's a lot easier to stay with that golf ball as opposed to go miles away from it. Now, a lot of you real golfing nerds out there, golf swing nerds, will say, hang on, that's a stack and tilt method. In some ways it is, yes, absolutely. But my word, that method has provided a lot of good quality, consistent golfers, amateur golfers in particular. Pro golfers, of course, as well, have used that method as well. But a lot of amateur golfers, to help them get that golf club down to the ground, have found that incredibly useful. But it's to help you with that really heavy shot. What you'd ideally want to try and do in that backswing is that when that golf club goes away from the target, as it should do, I want you to feel like your sternum is just going gently in front of that golf ball. You'll feel a couple of different things. It might restrict you at the top, which is fine. It might feel a little bit tense and a little bit tight, which again is fine. But as long as we can get that club to the ground where it should be and not massively behind, it's going to massively help. You'll see different things. You'll see different flights of ball. You'll feel very different strikes as well. But you'll be a lot more consistent golfer than if you went along with that golf club over here. So try it. Get that feeling when you're taking that club back. Feel that sternum just gently in front. Don't get me wrong, we're not going over here. It's just gently in front to make sure that golf club reaches the ground where it should do. And as a result, just makes this game a lot more enjoyable.